Hi, it's Sam. I am here solo today, and we're going to talk about why emotional intelligence really matters in bullying prevention. As I'm sure you know, bullying continues to be a really widespread issue that leaves many students feeling really isolated and unsafe. Traditional anti bullying programs tend to focus on punishment or strict rules, and while these approaches may appear to bring short term results, they often overlook the root cause of bullying. What we need to do is shift our focus towards true bully prevention education, which includes empathy and emotional intelligence. These are critical life skills that can transform how children relate to each other and help them build stronger relationships and navigate social challenges with kindness and understanding. Since empathy allows children to view situations from someone else's perspective, it helps build compassion and reduces the likelihood of harmful behavior. Emotional intelligence goes further by equipping them with the tools to manage their own emotions and interpret the emotions of others. Together, these skills help create safer and more inclusive school environments where bullying becomes less prevalent. So, what is emotional intelligence and why does it matter? Before we get into this episode, I think it's important that we really understand where we're coming. So, emotional intelligence refers to the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions while also recognizing and responding to the emotions of others. It plays a really crucial role in shaping how individuals handle social interactions and build meaningful relationships. Emotional intelligence includes several key components. So, self awareness. This is recognizing your own emotions and understanding how they influence your behavior. Then we have self regulation. This is controlling your emotional impulses and responding calmly in different situations. Then we have motivation. This is setting and pursuing goals even when faced with challenges or setbacks. We have empathy, which is understanding and sharing the feelings of others. And finally, social skills. This is how you can build positive connections, communicate effectively, and resolve conflict in constructive ways. So, children who develop emotional intelligence are better equipped to navigate social challenges, manage their emotions, and respond to conflict with empathy and respect. These abilities are essential for bully prevention because they reduce the likelihood of aggressive or harmful behavior. So, now that we kind of understand what emotional intelligence is, why does empathy matter in bully prevention? So, empathy is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It allows kids to put themselves in someone else's shoes and consider how their actions affect others. When children learn empathy, they become less likely to engage in bullying behavior because they can recognize pain it causes. Empathetic children are also more likely to stand up for their peers who are being mistreated. They're also better at resolving conflicts peacefully and building inclusive communities where everyone feels valued. Research has actually shown that children with higher levels of empathy are less likely to exhibit bullying behavior. Instead, they tend to make positive choices that promote kindness and respect. Teaching empathy is about more than simply asking children to be nice. It involves helping them understand the emotions of others and encouraging them to make meaningful actions that demonstrate care and compassion. Now, how does emotional intelligence help prevent bullying? This is a big question we want to look at today. So, emotional intelligence addresses the root causes of bullying by helping children manage their emotions and respond to social situations with understanding and self control. We've always said that the root of bullying is prejudice. So, here are several ways that emotional intelligence contributes to bully prevention. The first is improved emotional control. Children engage in bullying behavior because they struggle to manage emotions such as anger, frustration, or insecurity. But teaching emotional regulation can reduce these impulsive behaviors. When children learn to recognize their emotions and respond calmly, they are less likely to lash out at others. Children who can regulate their emotions are better equipped to handle conflicts without resorting to aggression. They learn to pause, reflect, and choose constructive responses instead. They also have increased empathy. This is probably not a surprise, but empathy plays a significant role in preventing bullying. When children understand how others feel, they are less likely to say or do things that cause harm. Empathy encourages children to think before they act and consider the impact of their words and behavior on others. Practicing empathy helps children form deeper relationships with their peers. They become more likely to support someone who is struggling and to step in when they see bullying happening. The sense of responsibility towards others helps reduce the overall prevalence of bullying. They also have healthier conflict resolution. Also, probably not a surprise, conflict is a natural part of social interactions, but how children handle disagreements makes a big difference. Emotional intelligence teaches children how to resolve conflicts in peaceful and constructive ways. So, for example, instead of resorting to name calling or physical aggression, they learn to communicate their feelings and find solutions. Children who develop conflict resolution skills are more likely to prevent disputes from escalating into bullying incidents. They approach disagreements with patience and understanding, which helps maintain a supportive school. And finally, they can also have stronger social connections. So, children with higher emotional intelligence are able to build stronger and more positive relationships with their peers. The sense of connection and belonging reduces feelings of loneliness and isolation, which are often contributing factors to bullying behavior. When children feel included and valued by their peers, they're more likely to treat others with kindness and respect. Strong social bonds also make it easier for students to recognize when someone is struggling and offer support. So, this probably all sounds really interesting, but how do we actually go about teaching empathy and emotional intelligence in schools? So, I have quite a few ideas here that we're going to go through. The big takeaway from this is that incorporating empathy and emotional intelligence into school programs requires a very proactive approach. Schools can help students develop these essential skills through a few different strategies. The first is to model empathetic behavior. Teachers and school staff play a really critical role in setting the tone for empathy within the school community. When children see adults treating others with kindness and understanding, both other adults and children, they're more likely to adopt those behaviors themselves. So, simple actions such as listening attentively, acknowledging emotion, and offering help do all demonstrate empathy. Teachers can create a classroom environment where empathy is expected by consistently modeling these behaviors. Another great way to do it is to use stories to teach empathy. Books and stories are powerful tools for teaching empathy. Stories allow children to explore perspectives and experiences that they may not have had, which helps them understand how others might feel in various situations. And discuss characters' emotions and actions, which encourages students to think about their own behavior and how it affects others. Stories provide a really valuable opportunity to practice empathy in a safe and controlled setting. So you can encourage students to practice active listening during interactions with their peers. Active listening involves giving a full attention to the speaker, avoiding interruptions, and responding thoughtfully. Active listening helps students understand their peers' perspectives and emotions because they have actually listened to what they're saying and have tried to dive deeper. It creates mutual respect and builds stronger connections, which makes it easier for students to resolve conflicts without aggression. Another great strategy is to teach emotional vocabulary. This might seem odd, but when kids have a robust emotional vocabulary, they're able to identify and express their emotions accurately. And when they can name their emotions properly, they are better able to manage them and communicate their needs. Also helps kids understand others' emotions, which is a key part of empathy. Students learn to recognize emotional cues and respond appropriately, which reduces misunderstanding and conflicts. Finally, you can role play social scenarios. So, similar to stories, role playing different social situations allows students to practice empathy and conflict resolution in a controlled environment in ways they might not usually be able to. These exercises help students explore how their actions affect others and learn appropriate responses to various challenges. Role playing also builds confidence in handling real life situations, such as standing up for a peer or resolving a disagreement calmly. It helps students develop the skills they need to navigate social interactions successfully. Okay, so now what are the long term benefits of emotional intelligence? Well, the benefits of teaching empathy and emotional intelligence extend far beyond bully prevention. These skills contribute to students' overall well being and success in life. Students who develop emotional intelligence are more likely to build healthy and lasting relationships, perform better academically, navigate challenges with resilience, become compassionate leaders, and contribute positively to their communities. Over time, teaching empathy creates a ripple effect. It promotes inclusivity and support within communities and reduces the prevalence of bullying and other harmful behaviors. When kids grow up with strong emotional intelligence, they are better equipped to create environments where kindness and respect are normal. So, to wrap this all up, preventing bullying is really a team effort. Proper bully prevention is about more than just enforcing strict rules. It's about encouraging emotional growth and helping children develop empathy and self awareness. By teaching emotional intelligence, we can address the root causes of bullying and create lasting change in our schools and communities. And you, as parents, teachers, and caregivers, you all play a really important role in this process. By modeling empathetic behavior and encouraging emotional growth, adults can help children navigate their emotions and social interactions with greater understanding and compassion. The future of bully prevention really lies in empowering kids with the tools they need to understand themselves and others. By prioritizing emotional intelligence, we can build a world where bullying is greatly reduced and every child feels valued, respected, and supported.